Hello, and welcome to A Woman Talks, the podcast. For our first episode, I would love to talk about a subject that is so dear to my heart. What is a woman meant to be? And to know that, I think we need to picture a woman, to imagine it. You must be asking, and why do we need that? I'll simply answer, because sometimes كتحبي you evolve in any field in your life. I think that you need to picture the person you want. And this is to be able, bad, to make a roadmap and a practical steps to follow. به توصلي لوش راكي حابة ولا كيف راكي حابة تكوني. And oh my god, this subject, this very thing is my passion. I love to evolve. دايما تلقايني in a constant competition with أنا تاع البارح. I would be so happy if I can make one tiny progress in one single field of my life on daily basis. It's cool, honestly. It's satisfying, challenging. تمد لحياتك معنى وتعاونك تقيمي روحك. But it's so far from being easy, and I'll let you know why. During my very last session with my therapist, I asked her anxiously, "But doctor, what is the norm? Is this what is supposed to be?" About a very specific subject, of course. And she answered simply, "But why do you want to know what is the norm? You can make your own norm, you know." And it hit me. Actually, that's me. I make the norm. So I really don't care much about what other people are thinking of a norm or what is a norm. But that changed without me even being conscious about it. So I asked myself, what changed? علاه دوكا بانت لي نعرف النورمز تاع الناس؟ Well, because the very simple and complicated answer, I am so very done with relativity. I am so very done with grey. Don't take it bad, please. I'm no extremist. But I miss when we were young, where الصحيح كان صحيح وباين والغلط كان غلط وأبين. And now, كل شيء interpretable. كل شيء yes and no, but what if, else, otherwise. Excuse me, I am going a little out of the subject, but my point is, كي تتخيلي شكون راكي حابة تكوني, I have the impression that was easier قبل. Example, كي كنت صغيرة كنت حابة نكون كيما ماما. Mama is an easy picture to imagine for me at least. A housewife, a cultivated pretty one, a woman who brings الدفا للدار, a woman اللي تعرف تتهلا في روحها, دارها, ولادها, وراجلها. That's it. That was mama to me, or at least the parts اللي كنت حابة نكون فيهم كيما ماما. And then, a few years later, I changed my mind. وليت حابة نولي strong independent woman. But by trying the strong independent woman, I see and I feel that maybe that was not my dream. Maybe they just over-marketed it to me. We'll see later in this episode. Just to keep things organized, We are trying to understand together what is a woman meant to be. So we needed to picture it. Then I complained a bit about how hard it is today. But now we are trying to know if a woman is meant to be a strong, independent woman using the picturing exercise. Here we go. What is a strong, independent woman? Try the exercise with me, please. أغلقي عينيك and try to imagine the strong, independent woman. Is she the woman with a 9-to-5 stable average job that allows her a financial stability and maybe تقدر تعاون دارهم from a time to another? Is she the hot, sexy lady in 5 inches high black heels with red lipstick who shows into meetings to give الكلمة الأخيرة in a contract and make the deal closed? Is she the corporate girly with a Stanley cup and a Celine bag and an Audi car who sleeps from 6 to 9 after the exhausting 9 to 6 corporate job? Is she the influencer who shares her life and her beloved ones' lives to tolerate the abuse and the curh only? Is she the part-time mom with a flexible working hours in a personal business and a multiple passive incomes that allows her to take Pilates sessions at 9 a.m. on a Monday morning after dropping her kids in a Class G Mercedes to the school? Is she all of them, or none of them, or a part of them? Do not get me wrong, and do not take my vision as a pessimist one, please. I have nothing but احترام وتقدير for every and each one of these women. I even maybe was trying to be one or all of them. The thing is, wouldn't it be so much easier to have a prototype to execute, a mama picture to draw and stick to it? I mean, how can I أصلاً know which one I want and which one aligns with my personality, circumstances, potentials, resources, without actually diving in? So after my little shakwa about how should things be, which is absolutely one of my biggest pros and cons at a time, let's try to figure out what a woman is meant to be. Let's try with our context. A Muslim, Algerian, strong, independent woman. In Algeria شفت وعشت وكنت a Muslim Algerian strong independent woman, which can mean being a daughter, a mother, تلميذة, معلمة, خدامة, مولتشي. A strong independent Muslim Algerian woman has to experience النجاح والفشل, feel both ambitious and hopeless. She can be both dominant and submissive. She can stand up for herself and at other times let things happen. تحس بالفخر وبالندامة, تضحك حتى عينيها يدمع when she cries the tears of gold. Some days she dresses up to the nines and on others she just can't. مرات يكون عندها الحق ومرات she's just mistaken. Life can throw countless challenges on her way. life can throw countless challenges on the way of a strong, independent Algerian Muslim woman. And because of how the challenges get, Allah shapes her into the person she is today. Today, as always, a Muslim, strong, independent Algerian woman is a woman proud of herself, is a high-value woman who can raise children and build a society. She is a woman اللي ما تدي والو كما يمدوهولها. She always asks, wonders, and questions. She is a servant of Allah on His planet. She is a mother when Allah permits and put life in her. And she is a daughter when her parents need her. She is a تلميذة نجيبة who tries to be top on her class. She is a teacher if she finds her علم نافع and deserves to be shared. She is a doctor, an engineer, a cleaning lady, and a much, much more. She is a vulnerable and full of femininity creature, and in the same time, she is Labba. Labba is the female of lion in my region. She can be whoever she wants to be, whenever she wants to be, within hudud of Allah. She can be all of what we described, and she can be another hidden form of servant of Allah that social media didn't patronize yet. She is me, and she is you. Of Headley Podcast, She Talks. So to answer the question, what is a woman meant to be? A woman meant to be a servant of Allah on His planet, and she is whoever she wants to be within hudud of Allah. It's not easy with the huge amount of influence in our lives. It's not easy with the obvious خلاط بين العيب والحرام. في وسط la société, and especially في وسط the masculine society. What about the current culture, the current mixed, poisoned culture? It's not easy to be a woman simply. So what about a strong, independent Muslim Algerian woman? It's a journey, trust me. Me myself, I switched between my mama clear picture and the strong independent woman not so clear picture. Because of that, at some point, they made us, and maybe me, and even me, they made me think that mamas are weak, dependent, not enough, not glamorous enough, not shiny enough. So تقبينا the strong independent woman image. Uduka, they are just saying, a strong independent woman is tiring. It does not align with the feminine energy. Maybe you should be a staying-at-home billionaire wife. Really? How many billionaires do you know? Please. How many billionaires do you know, please, and they are single? How many billionaires do you know, please, that they are single and willing to marry? How many billionaires do you know, please, that is single and willing to marry, who wants a staying-at-home wife, which easily interpretable, jobless, dependent? And this can bring me easily to another crucial point. It has been always the case that a woman stays at a home, make it actually a home, and raise kids. And men funds. Why this very same woman became dependent, jobless, and simply with less value? Since when we are able to value women through their bank accounts? Ayo, ayo, ayo. Announcement. Women can bring life to table. So why and when had we to bring life with money to an IKEA table? Sorry, I may got carried on, but this baseless, empty, superficial, incomplete influence that sells pink, mushawwaha dreams to young ladies is killing me. Ladies and gentlemen, a woman is a servant of Allah. A strong and dependent woman can be dependent to her husband and home without being weak. A strong and dependent woman is a life bringer and a homemaker rather than a meal prepper and a cleaning doer. A woman, simply, let's just not add the strong and dependent part. A woman is the strongest creature on earth. With her hormones and monthly struggles with the society, the mixed cultures, the poisons, and all the chaos in the definition of roles, she managed to be all of the above, and beyond. A woman, ladies and gentlemen, is the purest, most vulnerable and tough creature at all times. A woman, ladies and gentlemen, can't fit into a pattern. A woman, ladies and gentlemen, is not to patronize. Why is that? She adapts magically into any form she finds herself put it by Allah in. And she does it seamlessly at the point limit bench. Doing hard things seamlessly do not make them easier. They still hard. We still can feel the hardness, the pain to achieve things, to adapt seamlessly into any position. It's actually much harder than doing it and showing how hard it is. But we can do it. A woman is a beauty on every level. So stop putting it into patterns and forms and categories. A woman can be my mama picture. A woman can be a strong, independent woman. A woman can be an Algerian, Muslim, strong, independent woman. A woman can be a worker with an average salary, can be the influencer, can be the corporate girly, can be the Pilates man, can be so much other types and categories and patterns and situations that she just fits in, and we are doing it perfectly and seamlessly. A woman, ladies and gentlemen, is a woman بكل ما تحمله الكلمة من أبها. Thank you so much for spending the past few minutes with me. If you don't know me, I am a woman who talks. If and only if you liked the podcast, please hit the like button, subscribe, and activate the bell so you'll get notified every time I upload a new episode. Bye!